Hey guys, I just got back from Fyreflys. It's a company out here in Houston that does LEDs for us. And I picked up some of these 3014 LED bulbs, and these two are for the tags. And this is the festoons, which is most of our interior bulbs. To show y'all how easy it is to put these in. And I haven't done a how-to video in a while. I got plans to show y'all how to remove this, the shifter next, but for now let's just do this one today. So I'm doing vanity lights right now, and I just finished this one. This thing is bright now. It used to be blue, and I liked it being blue, but my wife didn't, so it's time to upgrade these to white. So this is how easy this one is. One more time. So yeah, and then you just pull this pin connector out, or this harness off, and if I could do it one-handed, probably not going to be able to do it one-handed. I probably shouldn't do it one-handed. Give me a minute. So with two hands I got it off. And you're just going to pop out the old LED bulb. And I mean, you can use a screwdriver or whatever you want to use to pry it out of there. Just pop it out. And I'm going to do that off camera, but I mean, that should be pretty simple. So now that you have your bulb out, take your new bulb and one sec. So you'll take your new bulb and you'll line it up with these two little holes here. I'm trying to get the camera to focus in on them a little better. This hole here, and then this hole here. And I'm thinking you start here. You should probably line it up with this one first, and then slide it down into here. And this is not a one-handed thing, so I'm going to do it off camera. So I've got it lined up, so now it is a one-handed thing, and I can show you on camera. Well, shit. Well, no, don't I feel dumb. So, I told you originally to put it here. I think you should actually start about here. And this is definitely, like I was saying earlier, not a one-handed job. So, I'm gonna get it lined up, and then I'll show y'all. So with the bulb in the correct spot now, this simply pops down in there like that. It was very easy, as it should have been, and I was making it way too difficult by trying to line it up with the top one here. So let's go ahead and get this thing plugged back in. Alan told me that these were not polar dependent, so they should work both ways. As I thought. I think it's brighter than it is outside on the camera. So we'll slip it back up in. You start with the back end first, and you push the rest in. Super bright. End up doing my dome light next. So as you might be able to see up there, my dome light actually has a one of the larger square panel lights. They put out a lot of blue light, and I liked it, but I mean, it's hard to see things in here when you got blue light coming down. So to remove this, you gotta take a flathead screwdriver, flathead something or another, and pry down here. And as you can see, if you're not careful, you can scuff stuff up. So I'm gonna run inside and grab me a flathead real quick, and I'll be right back. So when you're prying this thing down, you want to be very careful to just lip the screwdriver enough to where you don't put too much pressure and come across and scratch your lens, because that would be bad. I mean, I don't know how much this thing costs, but I assume you don't want to pay for it, and neither would I. So when you do it, probably use 2 hands, and you're going to want to wedge it up in there. There's 2 little marks here, or 2 little cutouts here for where you should be doing this, and you'll push towards the back and then kind of bring it down, and you want to do it very gently and be patient with it, or else you will probably end up taking this across your lens here and have a nice little scratch. So I'm going to do this off camera, and it fell right out as soon as I did that. So now, this was the old setup I had, and it's the same festoon kind of connector with a spring in the middle, and then it's the panel. Pretty cool little thing. So I'm going to pop this thing out of here and pop the new bulb in. It's pretty cool. Grab this new bulb. So I told Alan that I wanted the trunk light as well, but I don't use the trunk light anymore since I got the subs back there. That's the only light I want back there is the subs whenever they go off. So like if I have it open and I'm showing off what the car's doing, you know, whenever I got the base going, I don't want there to be some kind of light other than the LED strips I got in there going off. So this one's probably the easier of them all. It should just pop into these little clips here. Hopefully I don't bend it too bad trying to do this. There we go. It's fully seated up in there. It's kind of a little crooked. Let's see if I can't turn it a little bit. There we go. Oh my God, I'm blind. So now that you have this back and everything's in there, you just pop this right back in. I think it goes like this. Yeah, it should just, and there we go. Can't wait to see what this stuff looks like at night. Speaking of which, the last thing on the list is the tag lights. So I'm gonna head around back and I can show y'all how we're gonna pull those out and replace them with these. A little quick thing, the reason why I didn't go over how to remove these is I want to say I've actually shown y'all how to do this before, but really quick, I'll go ahead and do it anyway. I push up on here. Usually you would open up the sunglasses compartment, but I have mine sealed so that it doesn't rattle when my base is going. So even with just this, I can kind of pull this down and it'll pop loose, and then you have access to the bulbs. And I'd recommend leaving them off. If you still got the filament bulbs, the original OEM stock bulbs, I would recommend trying to keep them from being on for very long because they will get hot. And then to replace these, you start with the top, you push in the thing, and you pop the bottom back in, and there you go. For this, there is a little indentation where you'll stick your screwdriver, and I can't really see it from this angle. I think it's here. That sounded like it. Did that move? I think that's it. Yeah, it's got to be it. So you'll put your screwdriver in there and it just pries down like that. And then the bulb will twist out of there. And it's the same for this side too. So just wanted to show you guys the size difference of these two. The original LED bulb I had was this big. It only had 5 LEDs in it, whereas this one was it 6, 12, and 6, 18. It's got 18 LEDs to it, so this should be significantly brighter, and this was already very bright as it was, so I can't wait to see what these look like tonight. Now these are the bulbs that are polar dependent, so I'm gonna have to go and turn on the headlight and just see if they activate or not. And if they do, then I can seal it back up. If they don't, then I have to flip it around 180 and try it again. So the car didn't have to be on, and I got it right the first try. You just turn on the, for mine you just turn the stalk, turn the knob on the stalk, and if your headlights are on, your tag lights are on. Let's see. So that's the original, and this is the current. And once I get it inside the housing here, we'll be able to see a difference. So already one difference I can notice in the daytime is that I can actually see the light here versus being able to see the light here. And this is like what, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so the sun's decently overhead and I can see the light on this side. So that's pretty impressive to me. So let's go ahead and get this side out, and we'll take a look at the finished product. Alright, so here's the finished product, and of course this is during the day, so looks like they're both facing the right way because I got that right on the first try. I believe you're supposed to you want them pointing inward. You want it focused mostly on the license plate. You don't want your light coming off this way and this way. I've actually had that before. Had them twisted the wrong way around. So, yep, that's about it, guys. I say guys. All 19 of my subscribers right now. Who probably half of them will never even watch this video. But for anyone who does, thanks for watching. Have a nice day.